Hare Krishna everyone, we're continuing to read Teachings of Lord Kapila, the book by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Chapter 3. How to understand the Lord's activities. Text 3. Yadyad vidhate bhagavan svachandatmatma mayaya tani me shradadhanasya kirtanyanyanu kirtaya. Translation. Therefore, please precisely describe all the activities and pastimes of the personality of Godhead, who is full of self-desire and who assumes all these activities by his internal potency. Purport. The word anukirtaya is very significant. Anukirtaya means to follow the description, not to create a concocted mental description, but to follow. Shaunaka Rishi requested Sutta Goswami to describe what he had actually heard from his spiritual master Shukadeva Goswami about the transcendental pastimes that the Lord manifested by his internal energy. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has no material body, but he can assume any kind of body by his supreme will. That is made possible by his internal energy. We can understand the pastimes of the Lord by following one or more some of the authorized devotional processes. Shravanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam padasevanam archanam vandanam dasyam sakyam atma nivedanam. Quote. Hearing, chanting and remembering the holy name, form, pastimes, qualities and entourage of the Lord, offering service according to time, place and performer, worshipping the deity, offering prayers, always considering oneself the eternal servant of Krishna, making friends with him, and dedicating everything unto him. These are the 9 processes of devotional service. Unquote. Bhagavatam 7.5.23. There are 9 basic processes of devotional service: hearing and chanting about the Lord, remembering him, serving his lotus feet, worshipping him, offering prayers to him, acting as his servant, becoming his friend, and surrendering everything to him. The beginning is Shravanam Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. One must be very eager to hear and chant. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 9.14, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrata namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Quote. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, the great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Unquote. We have to speak or chant about the holy activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But first, we have to hear about them. This Srimad-Bhagavatam was recited by Shukadeva Goswami and heard by Parikshit Maharaj. And we, in turn, have to hear about Krishna and then chant about him. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. When we speak of Vishnu, we mean Krishna. Krishna is the origin of the Vishnu Tattva. That is, Vishnu is an expansion of Krishna. When we speak of Vishnu, we understand that the origin of Vishnu is Krishna. As Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 10.2, Aham Adir Hi Devanam, I am the source of the demigods. The most important demigods, devas, are Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. In the beginning of creation, there is Lord Vishnu, and from Lord Vishnu, Brahma is born. From Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva is born, and these three gods take charge of the three modes of material nature. Vishnu takes charge of Sattva Guna, the mode of goodness. Lord Brahma takes charge of Raja Guna, the mode of passion. And Lord Shiva takes charge of Tamaguna, the mode of ignorance. However, before the creation there was no Brahma or Shiva. There was only Krishna. Krishna therefore says, Aham Adir Hi Devanam. He is the creator of all demigods and all other living entities. After the cosmic manifestation is created, the living entities are placed in it. Therefore, in the Vedas it is stated that in the beginning there was neither Brahma nor Shiva, but only Narayana. Eko Narayana Asit. Narayana is also another plenary portion of Krishna. We have to learn from the scriptures that Krishna is the origin of all. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. All the Vishnu Tattvas and incarnations are but plenary expansions or expansions of the plenary expansions of Krishna. There are millions and millions of incarnations. They are as plentiful as waves in the ocean. There are Shaktyavesha avatars, Guna avatars, and Swayam avatars, and these are all described in Srimad-Bhagavatam. All these avatars or incarnations are Svachandatma, free from care and anxiety. If we organize a business, we have many anxieties. The managing director or proprietor of the business particularly has many anxieties. Although he sits in his office without disturbance, he is not very happy because he is always thinking about how to do this or that, how to manage this affair or that. That is material nature, and therefore it is said that there is always anxiety in the material world. When Hiranyakashipu, the father of Prahlad Maharaj, asked his son, "My dear boy, what is the best thing you have learned from your teachers?" Prahlad Maharaj immediately replied, Tat sadhu manye suravarya dehinam sava dehinam sada samudvignadhiyam asadgrahat. Srimad-Bhagavatam 7.5.5. I have learned that materialists have accepted the asad guna. Asad means that which is not. We should not remain on this platform, but should go to the platform of Sat. Om Tat Sat. This is the Vedic injunction. The material world is Asad Vastu. It cannot possibly remain. In the material world, everything will ultimately be vanquished. Whatever exists in the material world exists only for some time. It is temporary. The Mayavadi philosophers say, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mitya. The Supreme Truth is real, whereas the world is false. But Vaishnavas do not use the word Mithya, false, because God, the Supreme Brahman, is truth, and nothing false can emanate from the truth. If we prepare an earring from gold, the earring is also gold. We cannot say that the earring is false. Yato imani bhutani jayante. The Supreme Absolute Truth is He, from whom everything is emanating. If everything is emanating from the Absolute Truth, nothing can actually be false. The Vaishnava philosophers accept the world as temporary, but not false, as the Mayavadi philosophers do. The word Jagat has emanated from the Supreme. Therefore, it is not Mithya, but it is temporary. That is also explained in Bhagavad Gita 8.19. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. The material world comes into existence, remains for some time, and is then annihilated. It is not false, for it can be utilized to realize the Supreme Truth. This is Vaishnava philosophy. This world is temporary, but we must use it for spiritual purposes. If something is used for the ultimate truth, the absolute truth, it becomes integral with the absolute truth. As stated by Srila Rupa Goswami. Anasaktasya vishayan yathartham upayunjitaha nirbandha krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyam uchyate prapanche kataya buddhya hari sambandhi vastuna mumukshubhi parityago vairagyam falgu katyate. Bhaktirasamrita Sindhu 1.2, point 255 to 256. The word mumukshubhi refers to those who aspire for mukti, liberation. When one becomes disgusted with material engagement, one wants to destroy everything that has anything to do with the material world. However, the Vaishnava says, Prapanchikataya buddhya hari sambandhi vastuna. Everything has some relationship with the Supreme Person, the Absolute Truth. For instance, a microphone is made of metal. But what is metal? It is another form of earth. In Bhagavad Gita 7.4, Shri Krishna says, Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara itiyam me bhina prakritir ashtadha. Quote, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All these together comprise my separated material energies. Unquote. All of these are Krishna's energies. And if Krishna is the source of them, how can they be untrue? They're not. A Vaishnava will never say that metal has no connection with Krishna. It is a product of one of His energies, just as this material world is a product of the sun. We cannot say that the sunshine is false and that the sun is true. If the sun is true, the sunshine is also true. Similarly, we do not say that the material universe is false. It may be temporary, but it is not false. Therefore, the Goswamis and Krishna himself tell us that since everything belongs to Krishna, everything should be utilized for His purpose. This creation emanates from Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, who is without anxiety. Krishna very pleasantly associates with his consort, Srimati Radharani, and enjoys playing his flute. If God is anxious, what kind of God is He? Even Lord Brahma and other demigods are anxious. Lord Brahma is engaged in meditation. Lord Shiva dances to annihilate the universe. The goddess Kali is engaged in killing with her sword, and so forth. The demigods have many activities, but Krishna is always peaceful. The Krishna who engages in killing demons is Vasudeva Krishna, not the original Krishna. The original Krishna does not go anywhere. He never takes a step away from Vrindavan. The other activities performed by Krishna are performed in the Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Aniruddha or Pradyumna forms. Krishna expands as Sankarshana, Narayana, Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, Kshiradakashaya Vishnu. God can expand Himself in many, many forms. Jai, we're going to stop. I don't feel like stopping, but okay, we're going to stop for today. Yeah, all of these paragraphs are so connected with each other. Okay, so Jai, thank you so much for tuning in today. The link to this book is in the description. Please check out our website, shravanamdiaries.com, and we shall see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.